Mitt Romney heavily criticized Donald Trump during the presidential campaign. He, of course, called him a bad businessman, but he went further. He said he's a phony, he's a fraud, and now he has some new thoughts for us. So here's what he said. I expressed honestly what my belief was with regards to temperament and character. Now the time has come for us to recognize we have a new president and we have hopes he will be successful leading our country. We're all watching with interest. He's obviously gotten off to a very strong start in terms of making a series of executive orders and making the changes that he promised during the campaign. Okay, so this is exactly as predicted, not just by me, but by everybody, but by anybody who follows politics closely and has two functioning brain cells. This is the establishment Democrats. Now, establishment Democrats, wrong. They're bad enough. But this is the establishment Republicans genuflecting at the altar of power and saying, "Oh, hail, holy Trump." Now that you're in power, and now that you're actually appointing people who are representatives of the establishment, well, now we love you. So they were pretending, and I warned you at the time, they were pretending to be oh so outraged by other things Trump said. Did he just call Mexicans rapists? Did he just say he wants to deport all undocumented immigrants? Did he just say that he wants to bring back torture? No, we're against this. We're against the Muslim ban. It's so bad. Like you said, bad. No, but those things, like, first of all, many in the Republican base agree with those things. But second of all, many Republican politicians agree with those things. These are people who supported torture. These are people who support every draconian measure when it comes to immigration. So to have guys like Mitt Romney come out of the woodworks like, this is anathema to America. How dare Trump push these ideas? I told you then, this has got nothing to do with that. They're using that as a reason to oppose Trump. But in reality, why did they really oppose him? Because they feared that his populist rhetoric might be what he would actually do. So when he said, I'm going to protect Social Security, Medicare, I'm not going to cut it, I'm not going to privatize it, they were like, oh, fuck. That's why they dislike him. Because he said shit like that. When he said, we're not going to nation build anymore, we're going to rebuild here at home, we're going to do infrastructure spending, they were like, fuck. That's why we're against him. So in every area where he was seemingly populist, they were like, oh, let's oppose him because of that, but let's pretend like it's because of the Muslim ban and all the other shit. Well, now Donald Trump's going in there, and he's doing all the draconian backward social issues shit, but he's been totally sellout and pro-establishment, with the exception of one thing. TPP is the only thing where he held true to his populist message. But everything else, he Poosder for labor secretary, lower wages, is what he said, wages are too high in the debate. Well, Poosder's a guy for labor secretary who definitely would lower wages. He's an Ayn Rand devotee. Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary. Goldman Sachs is what we're talking about here. The head of, Treasury. Why? How? Because you're a sellout. That's what you are. You're letting people, all Wall Street, all big banks, all the deregulatory people. With Dodd-Frank, he just gutted Dodd-Frank in a new executive order. So this is what Romney looks at, and he's like, yes! So I told you from the beginning, as bad as Trump is, the establishment Democrats were even worse. Because the establishment Democrats didn't even give you the populist angle every now and then. The establishment Democrats, fuck all the populism. Let's be as pro-corporate and pro-billionaire as possible while also being backwards on social issues. So, and this proves it right here. As soon as Donald Trump goes and starts doing all the fucked up shit, that's when Mitt Romney says, hey, not bad. And he's saying not bad because Goldman Sachs is in the administration, because it represents the establishment, even the foreign policy establishment, because now Trump has hawks in the State Department. Pruitt for the EPA, who wants to basically get rid of the EPA. This is why Mitt Romney loves him. So we told you, for all the Democrats who wanted to make alliances with these establishment Republicans because they were tepidly anti-Trump back then, we warned you. You don't get into bed with that snake. That snake is a snake, and that snake is going to bite you.